Mine's
Is
just
it
green.
green?
Yeah.
Mine's green.
Yours is green. Mine's just green. We're green.
We're green.
We're green, baby. We're green.
All right.
I am Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg,
I'm Ulrich.
and we are Premium Black News.
Mm.
And then Premium Black News is a kind of a place that you can come to where you can get today's kind of trending topics and get a little spin and a take on me and my 50 years going around the sun and all these different experiences and nuances, everything from the good, the bad, and the ugly. And my perspectives are usually that of the objective perspective. That's what the show is based on, the objective perspective.
Right.
And then we have the educator. We got the guy who's molding the young minds of the world right now, the young minds of America coming up, trying to solve these little puzzles. This guy here, you're doing the thing, man.
I appreciate you,
They need
Elvis.
you,
Thank
man.
you.
These kids
Very
need
kind.
you, Ulrich. I need you. Premium Black News needs you.
Our audience need us. Our fans need us. And we're happy to provide you with this service.
I like
What is this?
Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, LJ.
That was LJ?
I think so.
Yeah. And you can hear us good with the microphones? How we're sounding? I'm going to rock the babushka today.
That's a good look on you.
That's how I get down.
You actually do kind of look like a prince from the Sudan or something like that.
Come on, you already know. You didn't know that? That's how I get down. Your microphone.
Check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
1 2. Big Elvis the Chef over here with the babushka light work. No big deal. Come on.
Oh yeah, I thought how you started that you were gonna start freestyling at some point.
Yeah.
That was your sound check.
Yeah.
I actually that kind of looks like that thing they rap on the baby.
Don't worry about none of that.
Nah,
How I'm coming off to the world, you ain't got to worry about none of that.
I gotcha.
All right, we worrying about other things right now. But our previous show, we talked about the what's this guy? What is this guy? The guy that I like. I like and I don't like. I have a lot of reasons for liking him and I have a lot of reasons for not liking him. And that's Charleston White.
Charleston White.
So I send Ulrich an interview, 3-hour interview. Did you get to watch the whole interview?
I watched the entire interview.
Nice. That's why you see that? Premium Black News. We get together. We gotta figure this out. So you watched the entire 3-hour interview with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
What's up with the chair, Cam Newton? That's what I want to know. Why are you sitting in that little ass chair, bro? I have a problem with the chair. The chair bothers me like you have no idea. Why does the chair bother me so much? I just hate the chair. I hate the chair. He's like this huge man sitting in this chair. His legs are all the way out. And
I barely even noticed the chair. So there's so much other things going on.
But you do now understand Charleston White a little bit more.
Yeah,
he's an important figure in these YouTube streets, in the internet of things.
Yeah, but what I mean, I saw the interview, so I know he has this YouTube channel. And
does he have a YouTube channel? I didn't know.
I think that's what he does. I think that's his entire.
No, I think he's been kicked off of YouTube channels. I think he just has he just does interviews, he does live shows, and he's basically he has his hand on the pulse, and he's interviewed by this show called Just Cheese or Got Cheese. It's something with the word cheese in it, and they do 1 million views a week. They're like as big as Vlad almost. Vlad TV.
I think Vlad TV is a little bigger than Millionaires. Aren't they like a gigantic?
More than but I'm saying 1 million views a week is insane. So he does interviews on that. He also does interviews on so many different platforms. So he's everywhere. He's all over these YouTube streets and Instagram streets, Facebook streets. He's doing live performances. Did you hear, or now that he's on your radar, did you hear about what happened to him during the weekend?
Was he attacked or something along those lines? Yeah.
See, your ear is getting to the YouTube street. See how the
I mean, since
the algorithm points you in the direction.
yeah, I mean, you know, since I do see YouTube, I do use YouTube as a primary source of media intake outside of like news sources. But as far as video news, I use YouTube.
Right.
But so, and you sent me that 3-hour video. So immediately I started getting all kinds of Charleston White stuff.
Right.
So I'm getting a lot of interpretations of what happened at this. He was at a concert, right?
Right. He was at a concert.
And what was it? He just jumped. He was attacked on while he was on stage or after he got off.
No, he was doing his performance. He was doing what he does, and that is just speak regular things, and it just sounds so funny because of his delivery.
Oh, yes, yeah. Okay, so it was at a comedy show.
Okay. He does comedy,
comedy
but
show.
It's not comedy. He's just doing the same stuff he talks about. This just so happened to be.
I mean, it's a form of comedy.
Yeah, it's a form of comedy. You know, this is his shtick, and he's getting paid $40,000 to do it too, something like that, $20,000 to $40,000. And Charleston White, did you know his numbers were like 4 million views on that? When I sent that to you, it was 9 days old, and he had 4,500,000 views on his channel, Cam Newton. I don't know. Can you see what's it at now? What's the numbers look like on your phone? I'm so curious as to what. Has that jumped up or what?
Be actually shocked if it was still up.
The Cam Newton one?
Yeah.
I don't think Cam Newton's going to take that down. That's generating him massive YouTube money.
So what
AdSense.
What date did he send me that?
And I think his show is called Freaky Fridays. Cam Newton's show is Freaky Fridays. How's my mic? Put a 1 in the chat if my mic is working well. Thank you.
All right, that's 6 million views.
Okay. All right, 6 million views. That's a lot.
That's a lot of views.
That's a lot of views. 6 million views. To hear a 135-pound man speak what could be arguably rhetoric and clout chasing and just, some might think, ignorance, but it's not. It's truly a man who understands what these YouTube streets are, how to win in these YouTube streets, and I give him credit. You know, is he a shill? Is he controlled? Is he opposition? Is he bought and paid for? Possibly. But what I do know is that, to go back to the debacle that happened on the stage, he was doing his concert and someone was like basically heckling him.
Okay.
And the person got closer and closer to the stage, and Charleston White picked up a flower pot and swung it at the guy and hit the guy with the flower pot. The guy then jumps onto the stage. Charleston White then grabs the microphone and wants to use the microphone as a billy club. That didn't work. He gets pushed by the guy and the guy's friends further towards the back of the, like where the curtains are. And they were able to push him down to the ground. And well, he did grab a chair and swing the chair, but to no avail. They got him down on the ground. There were some punches and some fists thrown, and he was never hurt. If he was hurt, he probably was sore. You know, his body was probably sore the next day. But as far as visually, he was fine. And he went to the internet and he was like doing the money phone, like, yeah, nah. And I think that's what his chain says. His chain says, nah, 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 boo boo, or something like that. So he's constantly, you know, hitting you with the nah, 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 nah. Look, I won. I'm winning still, you know. So Charleston White, that's
did anything happen to the guys that attacked him?
I think the problem is that he swung that first. He swung
Yeah.
that plant first, so it's gonna be hard. I can see those guys suing him,
Yeah.
and rightfully so, man. Don't be swinging no pot at people. There's so many other ways you can handle that. Someone's heckling you, you can handle it so many different ways. You don't have to be so combative. You don't have to be ready to fight at all times with anyone, anywhere. But that's his stick, so to speak. Anyway, so you have anything to say on Charleston White other than a newfound respect for him?
Well, the interview that you showed was really interesting. Especially the dynamic between Cam Newton and Charleston White. It really seemed like, as far as Cam Newton, a son speaking to a father, Charleston White being the father. Like,
I thought you were gonna say Cam Newton was the father, and wow, you threw me
No.
for a little twist there. Thank you for that. I like that.
No, Cam Newton, like, and it's not that he's a young son. I think Cam Newton's a teenage son, in which he has the arrogance to think he knows more than his father. But he shows every time he speaks and try to defend himself, that he's not as experienced as his father. He doesn't have any strong principles that are aligned and aren't just contradictory
We're
with
talking
at
about
every
Cam
turn.
Newton,
We're
right?
talking about Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's father is someone?
What?
Who's his father?
Charleston, I'm talking about the dynamic between Charleston White and Cam Newton. In the interview was like a son to a father, Cam Newton being the son.
Right.
And Cam Newton not necessarily being a child, being like an adolescent who believes that he knows more than his father and thinks he's more intelligent than his father.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah,
I get it now.
Yeah, but every time he speaks and every time he even tries to defend his point, he just gets emotional and he gets flustered, like like an adolescent would, and he's unable to. And eventually, Charleston White started to lose his patience with him a little bit, and I could see, because that's the same way I get frustrated with the students I have. Especially when they're trying to defend a point and they're just defending, they're not saying anything. They're just upset. They just don't like how whatever the interaction is going. They don't have any reason why they're right. They just don't like being chastised. They just don't like being told that they're incorrect, or not even told, being showed that they're incorrect. They don't know what to do with themselves. So that's I don't know. I lost a lot of respect for Cam Newton.
I think it's
in that
an
interview.
interesting take. I actually would co-sign what you're saying. It's a really, really good take that Charleston White was the frustrated grown-up, and Cam Newton was the guy who just couldn't let go this man's disdain for that football coach.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, he just couldn't understand why would someone say F Deion Sanders. He just could not get it out of his mind. He brought it up when it was already talked about and dealt with.
Yeah.
He kept bringing it up. Why would you then he even challenged him and said, I don't think you would say it to his face.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
He's like, I don't got to say it to his face. I don't need to be around that guy. I'm just telling you, how it is. So that was interesting. I thought the interview was great, though. I have to admit, I don't like the set. Which I can't talk crap. Look at my set. But I don't like the chairs.
You have a little poster board that says
chairs
blackness.
bother me so much. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Anyway, what else? But the interview was good. I liked it. I watched the whole thing. I was really intrigued. Another interview I gotta send you that you're gonna, dude, you gotta watch is Vanilla Ice being interviewed by Vlad. It was so good.
It's a newer interview?
Yes, it just happened. Dude, it was such a great interview that I wound up paying $4.99 a month for Vlad TV now.
What?
I even sent them an email, and I was like, listen, I was supposed to just be a looky-loo on your show, not even a subscriber, because of what happened with Lord Jamal and Godfrey, the comedian Godfrey, and Lord Jamal from what's that rap group? Can't remember the name of the rap group, but Lord Jamal is part of a rap group, and Lord Jamal was being interviewed on a regular basis by Vlad TV. Vlad TV, Brand Nubians.
Oh, that's what Lord Jamar's.
Lord Jamal's from Brand Nubians, and him and Godfrey's didn't like the fact that Vlad was all so pissed off about something that the Minister Farrakhan had to say. So they left they stopped doing interviews with Vlad on some more like, yo, we're gonna boycott Vlad.
Okay.
So I was part of that boycotting of Vlad too. But it was difficult. It was difficult, I have to admit, because I still like the content. And when Vlad came out so long ago, I was always watching Vlad, you know, and I like the interviews with Boosie Badass and, you know, and the Godfreys and all these kind of people. And not, even with the other guy, he's pretty good too. He's doing a lot of work with him. Spears. He's
Aries Spears.
Aries Spears.
He's like
yeah,
he used to be on Mad TV.
Yeah, that guy. He's doing some good work with him. So, but the interview he did with Vanilla Ice, dude, it's one of the best interviews I've ever seen in my life. It's that good.
I'll check it out. Maybe we'll talk about it next episode.
I'll send it to you. We got to talk about it because it's just really, really a great outlook on life and what life, you know, gives you, and taking accountability for yourself and understanding what success is, and you know, it was such a great show. So I'm now a member to the Vlad TV.
Very nice.
I'm a member now to Vlad TV, so I get to see the interviews without watching it in parts. I get to see straight up the whole interview without having to deal with that. So Vlad is doing well. Vlad, if he sold Vlad TV, I'm sure he could probably get $1 billion for it.
I don't know. I don't like the economics on them.
Yeah, I'm sure he could get $1 billion for that because it's just so much content. And then he solved Tupac's murder. So let's just give him credit for that. You know, he's like single-handedly the guy who solved Tupac's murder. All right? And did you hear about Keefe D, the guy who's under arrest for Tupac's murder, now is supposed to be claiming that Diddy was in the car with him? Did you hear that? Or was that a rumor?
I didn't
I don't
hear
want
that
to
at all.
talk about it. I have to do more research. I just can't stand Keefe D. Everything about him. Even though his name is kind of fire. His name, Keefe D, is kind of fire.
Right.
But other than that, I think he's a old, bitter man, probably has prostate cancer or something like that, and wants a name for himself before he kicks the bucket. And he'd rather do it in a prison cell than out in the world free. So sad.
Possibly. I don't really know too much about this guy.
I sent you a bunch of things. Let's see what the guy. I can't even remember. Don't forget, guys, we do a show. We're really truly scheduled for a Wednesday show. But Wednesday didn't work out. Ulrich had a dinner engagement to do. You were like Daniel that day. Daniel B. And for those of you that don't know who Daniel B is another co-host that we have for the premium Black News channel. And Daniel B is always out, always at a dinner, always at an event. And Ulrich was like that this Wednesday. So the show got pushed until Saturday. And we didn't do a Friday show because Ulrich had a date.
I see that one.
Come on. People want to know about your date, Ulrich. Come on. You got to give the people a little bit.
Yeah,
How did it go?
It went very well. Very well.
Very well. Nice girl. Wholesome girl. Christian girl?
Yeah.
All right. We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it a mystery. See how it goes. But Ulrich is coming off on a pretty good high. Right? Like a pretty good. You're coming off on a pretty good. You're coming off on a pretty good week.
No count.
Let's just say that, right? It was a successful week. You had a good time.
Yeah, class. I mean, school's over. You get a little break. Yeah. So I mean, well,
you
over
go
for a
back
couple
December.
weeks.
I mean, January 3rd.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right. Let's.
All right.
All right. Let's go with this thing is. All right. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this lady.
I took yesterday off since it was the end of my 30-day live challenge.
I'll let you see a little bit of
And
her.
now I'm back today.
This is something that
with another
happened
video.
Wait,
5 months ago. This woman is well known on the internet. And her name is what
My
again?
black
Auntie's
lovely
Advice.
ladies
Black women who want to be
who want to
married.
get married.
Her name is Rebecca Lynn Poe.
I've been having these
P-O-P-E.
conversations lately. And I also taught in Divine Dating Workshop with Bliss last week. We did a 3-hour Q&A in the Divine Dating Workshop.
Of course, she's pushing her brand.
And I'm going to take my time with this
Oh,
video
boy.
today. I'm not
Do we
going to
have
rush.
time for this video?
Because there are some very key points that I
Well,
need
this was
to
for
make.
Wednesday. We had time Wednesday.
I
It's
said some
Saturday. Come on.
things
I don't know if I
inside of
got
the
time for
Divine
this
Dating
Wednesday.
Workshop as women were asking me
You
questions.
want
and
to skip
I
this lady?
realized there were some main key points.
Take her out and edit it.
Yeah, we're going to have to do this another day. It's too long. It's like 20, 30 minutes.
Class.
Yeah. Didn't seem that intriguing anyway.
Sorry,
Yeah.
y'all. It's Saturday night.
They'll survive. I guess that makes it all right. And you say, what have I got to lose? Hunter, I say. Ads galore.
You not pay $30 a month to get no commercials. I did that the day it started. The day
All
they
right. This
offered
is
it,
a silent, by
started
the way.
doing it. This is a what?
Silent.
Oh, this is that guy. This is the
guy from Creed.
This is the guy from Creed. His name is
Jonathan Majors.
Majors. Has anyone seen the Jonathan Majors video? And this video wasn't even released to the public until the trial. You know, this guy's on trial for this. He has a district attorney trying to send him to prison. You aware of this? I wasn't aware that deeply of it. I know he was arrested.
Yeah, he said.
And then the girl recanted her statement. Yo, you got to play this for the people. I think TMZ is the one that released it. You know, TMZ gets their hands on everything.
It's kind of hard. It's going to be hard to see.
No, it gets better. It clears up. It clears up.
Mm-hmm.
This is like they actually were able to pinpoint this guy. Is it on?
Yeah.
Take a look at this, y'all.
It's hard to see though.
It gets better. This is a cab. He's in a cab. He's in the Escalade cab, right? And this guy, Jonathan Majors, is having an issue with the girlfriend. And the girlfriend, he's trying to get her to go in the cab. He's like, yo, he's trying to put her in the cab. So he actually physically is pushing her into the cab. There it goes, you see? He picks her up and he tries to put her in the cab because she's out of control. Look, now the dude is running from her. She's chasing him down the Manhattan streets. He's running block after block away from this woman. Running across lanes of traffic to get away from this woman. Well, she's attacking him.
With a weapon?
She was attacking him in the car. No, she was attacking him with her hands. She's like, you know.
Don't restrain this woman.
Yeah, but what are you going to do when you restrain her? As soon as you let her go, she's going to jump up and, you know, these women got energy. Evil has a lot of energy. Look, he's running through the streets of New York.
She's really pretty far. Look, she probably started to lose her wind. She's tired.
Yeah, she's tired.
Yeah, he probably runs to stay in shape because he's an actor. He doesn't do anything.
So now she bumps into a group of people and now is telling all her business to these group of people. And you see, this is the thing that bothers me. He actually comes back and he probably tells her, "Yo, what the hell you doing? Come on, get your ass in the house. Let's go." Like, I guess he figured it was enough time to she's calmed down. She's she's calmed down. So look, he comes back. He doesn't say much. He just he's just like, bring your ass on, girl. And now he's walking back, goes into his building. Here she comes. So now this is the next day or that night, the cops are there. So this is the body cam footage from the police officers. Look at this damn home this man is living in. This is now the second floor, or maybe this is the second floor to this apartment. Now this is the third floor to this apartment. Not a house. Now this is the fourth floor to this man's apartment. Look at this is one of the bedrooms with more couches. This guy is paying minimum. Look at the closet. This is the walk-in closet. And she happens to be there. Watch. On the floor. Having an episode. So the cops come. The paramedics come. Look at her. This is her on the floor. And they're trying to console her and help her up. Look at this woman. I want you to take a good look at this woman's face. Look at this woman. This bleach, blonde, white woman. Look at her. Oh, so much trauma.
At Raymore
So,
Planning and Outlet, you can
Yeah.
So I can't even tell what happened. Do you know what the actual accusations were? Did she accuse him of doing something?
Oh,
'Cause I don't
yes,
even-
they accused because she had like bruises on her. They're accusing him of beating her ass. Yo, check this out. After looking at this white woman's face, after seeing that this white woman has 4 floors to choose from, couches on every floor, wall, ceiling, the windows go from the top, we're talking 12-foot windows. 4 stories of apartment. We're talking $50,000 a month minimum. Minimum $50,000 a month. This man has the most basic looking white woman you're ever gonna see. Fuck that dude. Fuck him. You got
Hey,
this
you can't be
basic
swearing.
bitch walking up and down 4 fucking stories of Manhattan, $50,000 a month. Beautifulness. You got the most basic white woman that you in a relationship with who's violent and volatile, and this ain't her first fucking time. You sucker ass bitch ass nigga. Fuck is wrong with you, man? You got the most basic bitch on the motherfucking on your arm. You walking with this basic bleach blonde ugly fucking woman. Fuck you. I hope you blow trial. How dare you bring this fucking woman into that lap of luxury? The nerve of this man. Pissing me off. I mean, you see this ugly ass woman is get to walk up and down. She get to choose. She has fucking wall to wall. I mean, she has walk-in closets that are bigger than the average person's apartment.
Yeah, but first of all, a sexy or a beautiful woman acting exactly like that would piss me off just the same. Shit.
Let me tell you something. He needed to have him a brown woman in there. He should have had a nice, beautiful brown woman in there. Not saying that beautiful brown women aren't crazy, but I don't have no respect for no dude who got no basic fucking chick.
So if she was a white but a little less basic, maybe more exotic,
You talking about if she was a beautiful woman?
like a Russian or something,
Yeah.
that would have been more acceptable.
would've
So
been-
it's not the white thing; it's just that she ugly.
It's just that she's ugly.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
basic. She is a nobody, a nothing. You are bringing this woman. You see, this just shows you how romantic men are. Women always say, the first thing they say is, I want a man who's emotionally available.
Mhm.
B, he chose you. Men are the most romantic. We would take a woman that works in the supermarket at the register and give her the world. Give her 4
Yeah,
flights
probably true.
of 4 flights to choose from. 3 bathrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3 kitchens, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Hey, maybe she was like a waitress or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. We're more romantic. Men are we're the romantic ones. We are the ones that'll take a woman from nothing and show her the world, show her something, and the woman won't even reach in her pocket and give you shit. It's all hers. And that's yours, and now yours is now ours, and this is mine, and mine is mine. And hypergamy, and and this and that and the other. But can you? What world? Like let me just also say this. This is what bothers me.
Tell me.
This is what bothers me. This man got the most basic, bummiest, unattractive woman the world can find, right?
Yeah.
And he's giving her the world.
The world.
He's giving her the world. The apartment costs nothing less than $50K a month. This is a place that needs 4 cleaning people twice a week just to upkeep that. We're talking $500 a week just on the cleaning of it. More than that, because you need to get the right company that are all bonded. Because you don't need a Rolex to come up missing. You don't need a Patek to come up missing. You don't need any of that stuff coming up missing. You don't need a pair of. You don't need a. Remember that girl who brought the guy in? And he stole her shoes, her tabbies.
Oh.
He stole my tabbies. Well, get off of Tinder, you weirdo. Oh my God, I just have no respect for these men. I understand men were more romantic with it, but I just don't like the fact that these men are I call it the Princess Diana syndrome. Where it's the Princess Diana syndrome, where these men look at these women and they idolize them. They think that these are come-ups. And I'm sure she speaks so intelligent. She probably knows about art. She probably knows about books. She probably read a bunch of books. She knows that. Fuck her.
Maybe she's a sweetheart.
I'm so over these basic women. It reminds me of a movie. And I'll put the review that I did on this movie in the description. And in this movie was called The Invisible Man. And this woman was running all around wherever the hell to escape this man that's after her. I mean, we're talking about one of the most unattractive women I've ever seen in my life. The most basic woman. And I just kept screaming at the camera. Why would a man who's a millionaire go out of his way to terrorize this basic human being?
Companionship.
No, she was saying that he was just this narcissist and he just couldn't imagine her being without him. Like, please stop it. I'm just sick of it. Like, I'm just sick. I'm just sick of these successful men with money choosing their Princess Diana. I'm over it. I'm just like, I hope he does 90 days in jail.
Tell me how you really feel.
And now he's walking around with Megan Good. He got himself, Megan Good is super fine, but I mean, the wall has hit Megan Good. Like, how long ago? It's over. Her and her husband broke up, the church guy. Now she's running around with this guy. It's like, I don't get it. But anyway, I digress. What say you, Ulrich?
About I almost forgot what the video was about.
The video was, this is him. This is what bothers me too. Let me just say this. We're talking about the NYPD, and we're talking about the District Attorney of Manhattan, and we're talking about the District Attorney of Manhattan has at their disposal massive amounts of money that you're telling me that you couldn't get that footage, that his lawyers had to get that footage, and his lawyers had to step to the people in the neighborhood so that they can have a defense against this obviously aggressive woman. This aggressive woman is chasing a man down the damn streets. She's in the walk-in closet, distraught from trauma that's self-inflicted. And it's like the district attorney is like going to try to put this man in jail. Like, you have all the resources at your disposal. And you telling me that your investigators can't go out there and get these freaking cameras and show how aggressive this woman was, that he has to then have his attorneys and his people get this and bring this forward to the court?
They could have had it, but maybe they didn't release it.
Well, then
That's
why
what
would they be
happened.
prosecuting this man? Why would they do that?
I mean, they can still like.
I mean, this man's life is being
But
ruined
that doesn't
by
prove.
this woman. His
Yeah.
his potential earning, his potential income to earn, and a lot of people dropped him. He was doing stuff for like the U.S. Army or whatever. Oh, yeah. Let me fall back. Hold me back already. I'm about to flip out on this dude and the district attorney and that basic woman. And I know I keep referring to her as a white woman, this basic white woman. Is she just a basic woman that bothers me? Would I feel the same way if it was an unattractive black woman or an unattractive Indian woman? And when I say India, I'm not talking about Native American. I'm talking about India from, Indian woman from India, or basic Russian chick. Maybe I would. I think I would. I don't. It's just the fact that he's black and she's white and she's so ugly. I'm like, what's wrong with these people? It's the Princess Diana syndrome. That's what I tell you it is. I tell you.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
what you gotta say, man?
Yeah. I mean, I don't care that she's basic or not that attractive, but I am shocked.
From the guy, all the women I've ever seen him with is fine.
I mean, I would be mad, but the fact that first of all, that apartment is just ridiculous. I don't even know. I don't even know what the purpose of that apartment is. But
if you ain't tricking, if you got it,
I don't even. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I mean, it's shocking that it's not shocking that the district attorney is aggressively going after him.
This man is on trial.
Yeah, because it's a career. It's probably a career case for him to try to take down this Hollywood guy, and it's really it's topical to protect women, quote unquote. It's really popular to be if you take down not only a powerful man, quote unquote, who beat down a lowly woman because this woman doesn't have any notoriety. We don't know who she is. Or something like that. That's probably going to make that district attorney's career if he's able to prosecute him. Now, the fact that this footage got leaked, got taken out now is kind of fun. It might help to exonerate him, or at least might help it so they could drop the case.
She's a total nut job. This is what I was saying about Cassie, who's with Diddy. This is what I talked about in the other pod. And that was that these women are violent as hell. And I'm not excusing anything that happened to this woman and the victim, I'm sure that she is. But there are these women that are just so violent, and men are attracted to that chaos. They are attracted to that toxicity that's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Are you attracted to any chaos like that?
No, I'm not attracted to chaotic personality. I mean, I get a lot of times they're attracted to me, and I accept them.
So you've been with a few toxic women?
Come on, absolutely. Like the kind of women that would slap you in public and shit.
We
stuff
talked
like
about
that.
We talked about that. We've definitely talked about that.
So now I don't know any
on you or something like that.
No. The throwing drinks on me, I would lose my mind. That would be unacceptable. So if now the slapping is one thing. The throwing drink would actually drive me absolutely bonkers. Something would happen. I'd be Jonathan Majors, but
but Jonathan Majors.
But he didn't actually do anything. No. I would be guilty. I'd be guilty. I'd be guilty. And she would have been down there for a reason. All right, but that's anyway. Yeah, I don't. The fact that she's making those kinds of scenes and getting the police to come. I don't know if Jonathan Majors called the police or the woman called the police, because that would change a lot.
She called the cops.
Yeah, she called the cops, and then she was laying on.
Wait. I don't know that. I don't know those facts.
Right, but
so let's not even let me not even go there. Maybe someone else. Someone saw something. Someone said something. Someone heard something. A neighbor. I don't know.
I mean, if he was really abusive, I don't know how would you even let her get to the phone.
It's obvious he's not abusive. It's so obvious. The guy is sprinting.
Yeah.
He's sprinting.
I mean, first of all, that the way I don't even know that was distracting. The way he handled that. Why is he running from her? Why are you running from her and then even coming?
because she's violent, dude. She's out of control. And he
So
has
I
so
mean,
much
are
to
you
lose.
actually? Yeah,
But
but
he liked it though. At one point,
oh,
at one point, he found her craziness attractive. What is wrong with the men that find these toxic women attractive? How is this real? How are we men into these toxic women? Why are we into these toxic women?
I think they think that that there's something genuine about them being so flawed. And uh, I think a lot of times the women that are so toxic and so volatile emotionally, they usually are intensely like loving and obsessive over you, and maybe that might placate some ego they have with you.
No,
Because
like they're like cutting toenails and filing fingernails.
no. When I'm saying
Picking blackheads off.
no,
your
no,
back? Like, what do you mean?
they're always concerned about where you are, what you're doing. They're always worried about you giving them attention. They just need a lot of they're like a needy rescue. They need constant attention, and they show it, and they kind of show how much you, I guess, I don't know, mean to them. They, I mean, I'm not saying I'm trying to I'm putting a mental I'm putting a I'm trying to illustrate this. I don't know. I think the reason why they like that kind of volatility is because they're usually probably really giving and loving at other times, and then this emotion, and then this kind of just stuff usually comes out, especially when alcohol is involved, because it probably looked like she was a little drunk too.
Right.
So no.
Let me tell you, man, I've dealt with toxic women, and it usually ends with me murking on them. When I say murking, you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I thought Merc was to kill somebody.
Oh, that's a good point. So that's not the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Murking to me was just like I'm running from them, far away. You're never gonna see me again.
Yeah.
So let me not use that term then. The term I would be using would be I've been in that situation. Me and my wife, we had situations like that where she wanted to get like loud in the restaurant someplace, and I would just be like, excuse me. I walk over to the guy and say, here's $50. That's for the check. And I'm just out. I'm out. I did that a few times with LJ. A few times when we were coming up, she's like, mind you, I met her when she was 19. So, there were times when she's like 21, 22 years old, and she's just like showing out. And I just I'm out. And I'll just be gone. Like the way he did it when he was running, I would have never came back. The way he came back, what he should have did was he should have ran all the way to the airport and just jumped on a flight and called her from Florida. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Florida for the next 3 days. I'll talk to you another time. Yeah, I would. What about my stuff? I don't have a key to get in. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Because if I get into those situations, usually that the woman storms away from me, not me storming away from them. I'm not going to storm away and walk away. I'll wait till
Well, you hopefully you never be in those situations. But let me tell you, there's times when you gotta just walk away from the craziness, because these women are toxic as hell, man. I'm not saying that men aren't toxic, because there are men that are toxic.
Yeah.
Those are those guys that had their mothers in their lives, no fathers, and their mothers are like, they get to see their mothers act this way with men, like their boyfriends, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So they think this stuff is normal. This is how women are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I never had that. So I don't play that toxic games. I'm not gonna put my hands on you. We're not gonna get physical. You're gonna look up from the dinner table or wherever we're at, and I'm gonna be gone. Like literally, I'm out. Bye. I don't put up with it. See, he's put up with it. He's when she's coming down, I can see her just explain, how I get, I'm suffering from trauma. I'm trying to get better. My therapist said this, my therapist said that. Nah, man. I'm out. And I mean, if it happens way too many times, then I'm going to leave the situation. As you can see, I married the woman. I love her and I care about her. So it got better. She snapped out of that stupid shit. You know, that stuff is like they see it in movies, they read it, they see it in all these different books when they're young and they're teenagers. They're reading this stuff, they're watching it on television, they're promoting this drama.
Yeah.
And this drama gets promoted so much so that they think that this is part of a relationship. So I think this woman here, I think he needs to do everything he can to sue her. Sue the S out of her.
I think it'd be easier for him if you just got her out of her life instead of doing this.
Right? Yeah. That's a good point. All right, let's see what we got next. We might have time, a little bit of time for one more. Jonathan Majors. No, that's like the last one I sent you, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't want that one. The last one I sent you was just it was supposed to be for the segment. There's a new segment I wanted to do. Oh yes. Yeah, you can tell. Back up a little bit. Play it from the beginning. I don't know if anyone really saw it. Do you see what just happened?
I saw a fight of some sort.
Yeah, this is a teacher who's having a fight with their student.
I don't think anybody would be saved, but maybe we can. Do you remember what happened? Maybe we can narrate what it.
Yeah, let me get it. Yeah, good night.
No,
You're super sore.
Not sore.
All right. We're not promoting violence or anything like that. That's what we're not going to do. But what we're going to say is this is a teacher wearing a purple wig, having an argument with a student, and she tells the student, I'll catch you outside. And the student proceeds to snatch the wig and get some beats going on. Get that left and that right, bing, 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 popping. You're the educator. You're the teacher here. You're my expert.
Expert.
You're my expert. I need you to help me understand what is going on with these students attacking their teachers.
I don't know, because I never seen anything like that anywhere I've ever worked, but I do see this stuff pop up on YouTube. I mean, I don't know what that case is, because I don't think really the students would really have the heart to do that. To be honest.
That's the question.
Yeah.
What gives these students the heart to do this? Their mothers. These mothers are telling their daughters to behave that way. I'll say you are my expert.
Expert on I wouldn't be the expert on the mother the daughter part. I mean, I know some of the students that act up when we speak to their parents. There's a kind of similarity among the parents with how they can kind of conduct themselves and how they come off and how they don't really take accountability for their child acting up. So it could be possible that woman that just attacked that teacher, or that child that attacked the teacher, like has violent outbursts like that, and not enough is done to intervene, as if it's some kind of normal thing. Because if you ever you know, I've never been a parent, but if there's something like your child is starts a fight with somebody or along those lines, I think something dramatic has to happen in which they're scared to get in that kind of trouble again in the future. Like you got to do something to that child that makes them not want to fight again. I don't know.
But so could the argument be made that if she went to juvenile, all she'd be doing is fighting more?
Not juvenile.
Like juvie.
I'm talking about beating up the child. So he said, "This is you want to fight. This is how we fight. This is what fighting feels like. This is what you want to become a fighter. One of these days, these are the kind of fights you're gonna get with." And they really throw them some soup bowls.
Saying that the student needs to get beat like a black eye or something.
Yeah, not like a black eye, just like you know, it's you don't got to beat the heck out of them for them. You know, any adult, if an adult swings at you from the image of a child, it's more what's the word? It's more jarring than I guess you have to inflict pain. It's more terrifying or frightening. So you're inflicting trauma in order to correct behavior for the future.
And you think that's a viable plan?
I think that's what I would do especially I don't know how that kid got to that point, but I think if a kid's at that point, if she has the gall to swing at a teacher, I don't know that anything can be done that isn't dramatic. You know, you want to send, I mean, you know, if you have the means, I would say send her to maybe some kind of disciplinary, really tough disciplinary school. But, you know, if she's attacking teachers here, who knows, it's going to be much easier there. There's something up with that. There's something bigger with that child, I think, maybe even thinking through it than
Should we lock her mother up?
No, it's not silly. I don't think you should lock the mother up.
You see, this is where you and I, this is where we disagree. I say lock her mother up. Or whoever the guardian is in her home. I don't care if it's grandma. I'm saying lock their asses up because that's the only way you're going to change this behavior. Because if we send her to juvenile, she's just going to be doing more fighting and probably bragging about how she beat up a teacher.
Yeah, but then she's just going to get sent to a group home or to, you know, potentially. Because you don't know if their other extended family can take care of
her.
Her
needs to go to jail for 90 days. You put your hands on that teacher. And what are we gonna do? All right. I'm going a little crazy with sending the mother to jail for 90 days. I'm really just talking about locking her up, doing the perp walk, and having her go back and forth to court with the daughter. Excuse me. That's these damn. Stop drinking this crap. You know my subscribers worried about me. You know, you should see some of the emails they've been sending me lately. Oh, but you're getting too fat. I'm worried about you.
For real? What?
Yes.
Rudeness. You look fine to me, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, okay, mother or grandmother or whoever the guardian is gets locked up, arrested, has a court date. They all have to go to court. The young girl gets arrested, got to go to court. But what about the teacher who is wearing that purple wig? You see, I know teachers love these people love to take on these jobs because they can't be told what to wear. But is there I
don't believe in color. I think I'm old school. I don't think it's professional to be coloring your hair in general and going to work.
Yeah, but she has on a wig. These women ain't coloring their hair. They're not spending the money on
purple.
Coloring.
I mean, purple wig I think it's the same. It's in the same place.
Right. There's no arguing. We shouldn't be arguing the semantics and stuff. You're right.
But that's both. I don't think you should be dressed like that. And the fact that she actually implied that she kind of threatened the kid and said, "Catch you outside." Obviously, she shouldn't be working there because that's just what. Yeah, come on.
Well, you know, the school is not going to defend this teacher. This teacher's fired.
Yeah.
Automatically, even if the child attacks.
Well, she swung it. Yeah, she swung. Yeah.
Even if the child attacks the teacher is still going to get fired.
Yeah. Now I don't know why. I don't know why she would swing on a child, man. She has that little I don't know what kind of edge she was on, man. What kind of little interaction she's having with them on a daily basis that she actually exploded and popped. But
these women are out of control. Can I tell you that? They're violent. They're out of control. They are being raised by out of control parents that just don't. They're promoting this behavior. I'm disgusted by it. I'm glad we're homeschooling. That's a fact. I'm glad, even though we did have our kids in Catholic school, and one time the principal calls my house and he's like, Cody is acting up in school, and he explained whatever the situation was. And I was like, oh, really? He did that in school? And they were like, yes. And I said, well, you know what, Cody, I'm gonna have to spank Cody now, if that's what you're telling me. So he was just like, the principal goes, Cody was there, and it was on speakerphone, and he's like, Cody, after your father does what he said he was gonna do, I want you to learn from this. So they were promoting me. They were promoting me beating this kid's butt. I thought that was hilarious.
Now that's working with the parent.
Yeah,
like
after your father does what he said he's going to do, then I hope you learn from this. That
actually,
was hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
That was Mr. Finelli. He's a good. I thought he was a good principal. All right, I gotta go. It's a short pod today. The real thing I wanted to do was that woman who she had like this whole segment. That was so good. We would have really got into that.
We can do that in a future episode.
Yeah, we can do that in a future episode.
Yeah.
Until then, you have the last word, Ulrich. You want to talk about your day?
No.
Wait a minute. Does this date woman that you know, does she know that you're looking for a wife and to have a family?
I haven't talked about that.
You never talked about that, right? Thank God. Don't talk about that. Don't let them know that on the first date.
What you doing, man?
Well, you know, it's always good to have what's that called? What's that word? I don't know why I'm having so much fun messing with you about this date.
It's okay.
No, you know what it is? What's it called? What's her name have? Jennifer Lopez. You know how Jennifer Lopez, she just got married to Ben Affleck? And I wound up calling Star Show, the Troy Terrain Star on YouTube, the Star Report. And I was like, everyone was talking about the marriage. And I was like, you know why she got married? And even though she's hit the wall, she's like so much older, you know? And like, who would marry this woman has had so many different men in her life? Everyone from baseball players to rappers to singers, you know, drug addict singers, you know, like Mark Anthony and all these people. I said that's because she, what was the word I used? I can't remember now. You know, like a girl who goes on a date with a guy and she refuses to like sleep with him until she lets him know that I'm serious. I don't want anything. I just don't want casual fun. Is that because she has boundaries? Not boundaries. That's not the word. It's
I have no idea.
Required it. I can't even remember right now. My head, because I guess I'm just so in my head about how I just keep messing with you about this. Come on, the people want to know. Come on, all right? You got to tell us about these things. We want to know. Yeah, but don't mention that you're looking for a wife and to be a father. Definitely leave that out. That's nobody's business.
Except our audiences.
Except our audience, right? Except our audience. Our audience now knows. All right, audience.
All right, y'all.
You all appreciate it. I'm Big Elvis Chef Rosenberg.
I'm Ulrich.
Ulrich wants to have a wife and kids one day. I told them, don't tell these girls you're dating.
Yeah, shit.
You can't handle that in 2020. 2023, you can't tell a woman that. She was like, that was a total red flag.
Well, New York City is a crazy place, man.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right.
Grab that.
You got the last word?
It's good being black.